Hot Top Sports, where the takes don't miss. The prof with the stats, the champ with the fist. Water bringing fire, cowboy tie riding bold. Bulls calling bets, watch the stories unfold. And it's truly eyebrows
running the show.
It's Hot Top Sports, baby.
Let's get it. Let's go. Good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to an episode of High Top Sports. It's College Football Playoff Selection Sunday. And I'm also 32 today. So welcome to the show, boys and girls. Let's get after it. It's going to be absolute chaos. I mean, there is no right answer here today. We're going to talk about, I have my own little build a bracket that I believe should happen, and I'll give you a reason why I think that is. I think we'll have probably like an hour or so to discuss and yell at each other about this. It's gonna be a blast. We're gonna have a good time talking about it and see how this thing unfolds. Again, there is no right answer. I don't believe. You may all believe that there is, but I genuinely don't think there is. Well, no, I think there is the right answer. But the reason why there isn't a right answer is because you have rules in place. I think that's where people are getting confused here on the situation. Get Cody the Prof here joining us today for the College Football Playoff Pick'em Show. Cody, how you doing, buddy? How you feeling?
Pretty good. I mean, super excited about this. I thought this was going to be kind of a boring show, but I guess not.
No, I think it'll be electric. I think there's going to be some upset fans. Everyone's clamoring for certain things to happen, whether it be 16-team playoff, a 45-team playoff. I don't see them all of a sudden today just saying, hey, we're going to extend this thing to 16. I don't know if that's even possible.
What channel are we watching this on?
I've got it pulled up on ESPN is the only one that I see it on. Okay. 22% I'm seeing right now on the championship drive for Miami to make it. It's much simpler than I think people want to believe that it is. I really do. And I mean, I tweeted it last night. See, Bama better not be in. Bama's going to be in. Bama's going to be in. I'm sorry, but they're going to be in. I just don't see them. Stay live for the Jags watch party. What's up? I mean, win in Rome. Yeah, Bama's going to be in. I don't see how this doesn't happen, right? Let me go ahead and share my little. I created this is what I believe will happen, and I'm going to explain why I think this is. Shout out to Indiana Hoosiers, by the way. I've kind of been on top of them since day one, and I just want to go ahead and circle the wagon on that one.
Hometown team got it done. It wasn't pretty, but they still got the dub. That's all that matters.
They rocked and rolled there. All right, so here's what we got. This is what I'm thinking.
There's our boy.
Who? Oh,
Coach Summerall.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So now I don't believe that James Madison should be in the playoffs. However, you have rules that you've already put into place, right? This is the problem, is that they have rules that they established 2 years ago saying that the top 5 champions, highest rated champions, will get an automatic bid. Mm-hmm. And with Duke beating, now I don't know what Duke was rated prior to this, because obviously they'll have like your top 75 rated, right? If Duke was like 30.
Aren't they 7-4 though?
Yeah, I know, but if they were ranked like 30th or something, right, 5 away from James Madison, who was ranked 24th, they take down number 17 Virginia. Could you see? Could there be a world where they jump 6 spots? Yeah, I would be okay with that. So could they sneak in a Duke? Very possible. Very possible. This whole caveat of them talking about, because BYU lost, right? BYU loses. So when Notre Dame was 10, BYU 11, to Miami 12. And yesterday on the show, they were talking about, well, if once Miami's next to Notre Dame, they're going to jump Miami over Notre Dame. I go, they've had every single week, they've had an opportunity to put Miami over Notre Dame. Why all of a sudden now, because BYU is out of the equation, they're gonna jump Miami over Notre Dame when neither of them played? Makes zero sense. And I don't see how you can put Bama. Look, people are saying Bama gets in. F this. I don't know how. Here's my thing, guys. I know we outside of just not wanting Bama in it. Logically, you can't argue for them not to be in it. Imagine if this was us. If we lost 2 games, we're in the SEC championship, then we lose a third, and we get kicked out of the spot for the 3 teams that didn't even play yesterday. You'd be irate. Why make the championship?
I mean,
I can't see how you slide somebody out of the, if they're in the playoffs and they're in a conference championship game, you shouldn't be penalized to that extreme. Should you drop seedings? Yes. That is what it is. Should you completely lose everything? Hang on.
yeah, but
I gotta take this phone call.
I mean, technically, everybody else that played a conference championship game that didn't win, they're not getting in. So, like, the conference championship games do matter. Like, BYU's not getting in, right?
So this is how I believe that it'll shake up. I think I tweeted out last night, and I think the only thing that what?
Did you hear me?
No, what did you say?
I said all these conference games have repercussions to them. BYU's not getting in.
But BYU was never in.
They were in a conference championship game.
Yeah, but BYU wasn't in the playoffs.
So if they would have beat Texas Tech last night, they wouldn't have gotten the playoffs?
No, they would have got in.
Okay, so
But
so Alabama,
you shouldn't be kicked out of it though.
but BYU was kicked out because they didn't beat Texas Tech. What?
Playoffs. They were 11th.
A 2 group of 5 teams isn't going to work.
No, and here's the thing. So I don't know if you guys saw this. FanDuel already, there was a tweet. They've already released the odds for the first round. And it had basically what I'm showing you here, right? And it had JMU playing Oregon, and it had a 20-point spread. 20-point spread. This is chaos. And Duke last night trying to make a pitch was hilarious in my opinion.
Why wouldn't North Texas get in over James Madison?
North Texas lost. JMU won their. I don't think you understand how the rules work. This is what I think. This is how
they're both group of 5,
buddy. JMU won their conference championship.
Yeah, but wouldn't
Tulane beat North Texas.
So what
are we talking about?
Like what? I understand they're not conference champions, but how'd we get a Sun Belt in here?
Because it's the 5 highest conference champions that get in. What are we missing?
Dude, I don't know. This is fucked.
It's the 5 highest rated conference champions, right? Are you following?
Yeah.
Okay, so 3 of them were SEC, Big 10, and Big 12. The ACC had Duke win, who was not ranked. So then you go to the next level, which would be Tulane beat North Texas. And then after that, it's JMU.
Oh, because Duke won.
Correct.
Because the ACC's jacked.
Correct. So the ACC is not going to be in it, which is unbelievable.
Yeah, okay.
Now Duke could jump. I
just woke up. Guys.
I could see where Duke jumps rankings. I could see, guys, if you tell me like, hey, Duke is conference champions. Look, it's not a guaranteed spot for the ACC. It's just your highest rated. All right. So I could see a world. I don't know what Duke was rated before last night. They weren't rated, but if they were like 30th, they'd take down a number 17 team. JMU struggled against Troy. Yeah, you could have some debacle here. Regardless of what happens, this thing is going to get torpedoed to shit. I mean,
yeah, you can't put Duke in it at all.
I don't think you can. I don't know how Vandy. People are arguing for Miami over this Notre Dame thing. Vandy should be in this thing.
What's the probability of them making it? Not 0.
Vandy doesn't get in. No. Vandy needed they needed BYU to lose, I think. They needed Alabama to. I don't know. I don't think there was ever a world that Vandy gets in, personally.
Yeah, they gotta fix this. They gotta fix it. It's jacked up, dude.
This Miami Notre Dame thing is a complete asinine. I get this whole like matchup thing, but Notre Dame's Miami's 2 losses are absolutely atrocious compared to Notre Dame's. Yeah, Vandy's not getting in. But I think they're better than Bama. I don't know how they're just not ranked higher than them. Notre Dame's in. Look at the helmets behind Kirkshire. He does it again. He did it again. He's got Notre Dame and the helmets behind him. They're in again. He did it again. What are we doing?
No, that's not true. That's not true. He's got Clemson.
Where's Clemson? Okay. I was going to lose my nipples.
I think that's LSU too down there.
It is.
And I don't know what the other one, Louisville.
I was going to fight the mic. I was going to fight the mic, bro. Remember how he did it with the Bama thing or the FSU thing? It literally had the 4 teams behind him.
Yeah. Bro, put some lighting on. God dang, it's so
bro,
dark
this
in
is
there.
asinine. They're saying it right now that because if they put them next to each other, now you can put why was BYU over Miami then in the first place? I don't know how on earth, on God-given earth, that BYU, which would not have jumped anybody, nobody played. All that Miami does is slide up because BYU lost, which again, I'm okay with them shuffling back a little bit, but we should go to the airport. It'd be hilarious to be at the airport right now. No, Gruden's take was not a good. I mean, it was a good take. All it was asking for a 16-team playoff. The way that he described it was fun, right? But it wasn't anything outlandish. It was just the way that he just asked for a 16-team playoff. But I like the way that he proposed it. I don't know if you saw that video, Cody.
No, I didn't.
Basically, your conference champions get the buys, right? And then your group of 5 champions would play. So like JMU and Tulane, almost like a playing game, like you proposed, would play the like 11, 12, or the 12, 13, and 14 seeds, I believe. And they would play like 3 conference champions or something like that.
Well, that still doesn't work.
Why?
Well, because you're still like the ACC still out of it. Would be still out of it this year, and you still have 2 G5 teams that nobody wants to watch.
Well, no, so that would be first round, though. I mean, you're going to have this regardless. You're going to have that. Happy birthday and GMFG. Thanks, Sub Steven. Appreciate it, man. $2.
There's no world and way that we should have to watch 2 G5 teams. We didn't even want to watch 1 G5 team.
Happy birthday to the eyebrows running the show. Back to work. Let's go. I appreciate it. Real Deal Group. Thanks, man. It's all messed up, Nick.
Yeah.
Why not do a top 25 playoffs?
What? Hey, can we pull up the BCS calculator thing?
We've done that. It's not that far off, brother. That's what's even crazier.
See who number 12 is, though.
It was exactly the same. The
James
problem,
Madison?
it's the 12 is the issue because it's 11. It's your top 10 get in, and then the 11 and 12 are being given to conference champions. That's your issue. You know what I mean? Like that's the problem right now. I don't see anything changing. I really don't. I don't feel like you can.
Can't drink, guys. I got work tonight.
Yeah, Cody doesn't need a beer. He sucks. He's a doorknob tonight, boys. Yeah, if the ACC doesn't have anybody, they're going to realize that half the teams in the ACC went out of the ACC. Yeah, it's going to be brutal, bro. I mean, you go 10-2 in the ACC and you don't make it and you lose. I mean, what I find ironic is that, and I said this like a couple weeks ago, and again, I don't know, the game is moving faster and faster, right? It's like, so like my analogy here, and stay with me. We built out right in front of my neighborhood. They had to reconstruct the highway area for the exit, and they started to build it. And then the area got even bigger than what they were anticipating, right? So this exit that they were building to make a little bit bigger to, allow for this more of this traffic, they had to, in the middle of construction, go, we've got to think even 10 years further out. Like we've got to make this exit be prepared to handle X amount of people because it's already growing at that rate that we'll be doing this again in 3 years if we don't. So in the middle of the construction, they had to redo their architect plans to configure it like almost like it looks like an Orlando exit out there in front of my house. Like it's crazy, right? That's what's happening here is that they created an exit plan, right, in regards to how college football was. Well, portal NIL was made this thing much more elaborate and much more parody than they were probably anticipating, much quicker than they were anticipating. And like we said, very similar to what Bud Elliott's tweet about how your first ranked team versus your 16th ranked team, the point differential is very thin. And this is what I always said. I was like, 12 will be plenty. I always said this. I think 2 years ago, I was right on that. Because if you go back 2 years ago, 12 to like 15, it wasn't even close. Well, now the problem is 10 through 18 is all the same damn thing.
No, the
10th ranked team.
The problem is us promising conferences that they're going to get in just off exclusivity of winning their conference championship.
Yeah,
it should
I
just be
think
the best 12 teams. It
I
should be
think
the
when they
best
said
12 teams. I don't care if it's 11 SEC teams. Who gives a shit? Play in a better conference. Beef up your schedule to where you're not playing the school of the blind on your weeks that you're not playing in your conference.
The problem with that is, though, again, I hear what you're saying. You like to yell at the mic. You're trying to wake up, and I appreciate the yelling. But the problem with that is that you run into a scenario where, again, it's still going to be judgmental, because then how do you judge whose class is harder than not? Which conference is harder?
We have calculators for that. We have.
Again, it's still coming down to a human aspect of what they feel is harder or not. Because Miami feels that their 2 losses is better than Notre Dame's. I don't believe that it is.
Well, so if we did it that way, if we did it the right way, it'd be Ohio State, Indiana, Georgia, Texas Tech, Oregon, Ole Miss, Texas A&M, Oklahoma, Alabama, Notre Dame, BYU, and the 12th team would be Miami. I think everybody here watching this is fine with that playoff.
No question.
Does anybody have a problem?
No question.
With that playoff. And if you have a quarterback break his leg or a head coach doesn't get in, you have a Texas Vandy that you could split up who should get in.
I couldn't agree more. And again, what happened to my thing? My concern is, I don't like that one either. The problem is you have rules in place, and I think they want to try to incorporate the Boise's. Like, that was the whole idea of this. So the Boise, but again, this is the problem though. These things were created for a Boise team of last year, that UCF team from 2017, that Boise team in 2009 when they went undefeated and we got the Statue of Liberty. Those group of 5 teams, I'm okay with. Those group of 5 teams, I'm okay with making, adjustments for it. The fact, again, you're 100% right. The problem is they put these rules, and I don't think the reason why they did this is I don't believe they ever thought in any world, the way that when they thought this through with the group of 5 champions, they thought for sure the ACC would always be in it, right? Like, they were like, hey, we're just going to guarantee we just hand our group of 5, and one of them has been doing pretty damn good. They'll probably have one loss, but it'll be okay. We'll let somebody get basically an easy week all the way through, and the rest of it will be fine. And it would have been. But the problem is the ACC just completely torpedoed itself and debunked everything. Miami should not be in the playoffs. I don't give a damn what anybody says. You should have lost to Louisville and SMU, brother.
Yeah.
You don't deserve to be in the playoffs. You knew what was at stake. You needed to make the ACC championship, and you were on. You were basically on the edge of your seat, waiting to get in, letting everyone else control your destiny. If you're so damn good, why am I watching Duke in the ACC championship?
Yeah.
I wouldn't argue for Duke being in over JMU. I would be okay with that.
They're a conference champion.
Yeah, but again, it's the highest ranked.
I'm okay with it. I'm okay with Duke over JMU.
I think Notre Dame should be in it. I really do.
No, I don't. Go join a freaking conference for once.
Yeah, but again, there
Over it, dude.
But here's
I'm
my
over
thing,
this
though.
Notre Dame. Why does Notre Dame get exclusivity because they want to be not in a conference? It's stupid. You want to play in the playoffs, you got to be part of a conference. They're already part of a conference in basketball and every other sport. They're just being dickheads about it and beat their chest because, oh, we're fucking Notre Dame and we don't have to join a conference. Well, you know what? Then you don't make the fucking playoffs, Notre Dame.
Hey, it's so easy.
It's for conference champions. You don't play in a conference.
Look, you can yell easy on the bombs there, okay? It's Sunday, all right? Kid show. All right, we're trying to be on ESPN here, Cody. Look, I know that you and I, there's a lot of people that are going to agree with you on this one, and I love that because I'm in the same boat with you on the Notre Dame thing of they should be in a conference championship.
Them, dude. It's just annoying. Like, they think they're so good.
But for this particular year, in my opinion, okay, I think they did a good job of scheduling a pretty healthy schedule and played damn good football. So outside of the noise that we hate them, I agree with you. But in the same breath, there's 5 teams that are in this playoffs right now that didn't play in a conference championship.
Their schedule's terrible. They only won against one top 20 opponent.
Who? USC?
Yeah. Is Pitt still ranked?
They beat Pitt. They beat Pitt when Pitt was ranked, and Pitt's not ranked after losing to Miami.
Yeah, they lost to Miami and they lost to Texas, and they got throttled by A&M.
They did not get throttled by
A&M.
They
41-40.
41-40. Point. Yeah, get out of here.
They throttled Syracuse. That's what I was looking at.
They throttled Syracuse.
Dude, that schedule.
I don't mind if Cody gets mad. We got to easy on the cuss word. We get cut off by YouTube. That's all. I don't care if he yells. That's all. Look, I love your path, but here's my thing. You're talking about putting Miami in over Notre Dame, who also didn't play in a conference championship.
Miami beat them head to head.
I hear you.
They're in a conference.
Okay. So let's look at everything that's taken into consideration. Notre Dame and Miami have 2 losses. Yes?
Yes.
Whose losses are better? You know the answer to that. Notre Dame lost to Miami and to 1 point to one-loss team, Texas A&M, the number 5 team in the country. Their 2 losses are to teams that have a total of 3 losses.
SMU was ranked at the time, I think, when they lost.
They were not. They were not ranked.
They were ranked early.
They were ranked early. They got unranked and then got
Louisville
ranked again.
I think Louisville's the same way.
Louisville was not ranked.
I think they were ranked early.
Louisville got ranked after. No, Louisville got ranked after beating them.
Okay.
So two unranked losses to Notre Dame's 2 highly ranked teams that stayed ranked the entire season.
Early in Notre Dame, they beat South Florida, Florida State, Pitt. I mean, they have a lot of common opponents. I don't know. They need to join a conference. That needs to be an ultimatum. They're already. This is the thing, dude. They're already in a conference in other sports.
Here's my thing. We're arguing the wrong thing. I don't disagree with you, but this conversation doesn't apply here. If that was the case, then that you should be penalized for that later on. Here's my argument that it hurts them, but it could also help them too by being in the conference. So
no, it helps them. Absolutely.
The fact is though. The committee ranked them 10th, regardless of how you feel of where they should or shouldn't be. The committee ranked them 10th. Miami didn't play in a conference championship. Cody's out. He's done. He doesn't want to hear it anymore. I don't know what happened to him.
Sorry.
No,
that's weird.
I
don't know why I did that.
Neither one played in a conference championship. So you're saying the head-to-head means nothing to them? I'm not saying that it means. I mean, is there a factor to that? Yeah, like if we want to grade everything, right? Like, if we compare it to five things. Head to head, we want to do strength of schedule, losses, and I don't know what else. Those 3 things, right? We'll just say head to head, strength of schedule, and losses. Notre Dame wins. So they lose the head to head, but they win the other 2 categories. I just don't see it. Miami didn't play in a conference championship either.
No, they
I
didn't.
love that there's a difference here. Like I hear you guys on I hate Miami too, but they beat Notre Dame. For me in my head, I don't care. I don't know why it doesn't matter to me. I don't know. And maybe I'm crazy here, but I just don't see how
Why did all these other teams have to play an extra game and Notre Dame
Miami
got a bye?
didn't play an extra game though. They played the
But
same
they're not
amount of
in.
games.
They're not in. All the other teams had to play an extra game minus Notre Dame.
Oklahoma didn't play an extra game. They're in. Ole Miss didn't play an extra game. They're in. What are we talking about?
Yeah, but they played the
A&M
SEC.
too.
They played the SEC, dog. Look at their strength of schedule.
Okay, all right.
We're talking
my boy.
Notre Dame.
You're
We're
supporting
talking
me.
Notre Dame,
You're
dude. They don't
supporting
play
me.
nobody.
You're supporting me.
They got waxed by Texas
Their strength of schedule
A&M.
is better than Miami. So you just supported my idea. Their strength of schedule is better than Miami. Notre Dame.
Strength
What
of
do you want?
No. You're telling me. Oh, they beat. Let's see their strength of schedule here. Arkansas, Purdue, Boise State, North Carolina State, Boston College, Navy, Syracuse without a quarterback, Stanford, the Trees.
All right, Notre Dame. Notre Dame ranks 33rd. Miami ranks 40th. Suck it. Put it on those nuts. Miami's strength of schedule is 151.75, and Notre Dame's is 159.5. W.
Yeah, they also have Ohio State ranked as
I don't
a high
care.
strength of schedule too.
You told me that strength of schedule Notre Dame is higher. So what you were just saying, they play in the SEC, their strength of schedule is higher, so they should be higher. I just proved to you that I'm right. So their strength of schedule is better. That's why they are ranked higher. You're judging these teams, but Notre Dame played an Arkansas. I mean, they played an SEC team. They played USC, who was ranked.
Yeah,
they played
the worst SEC team in the nation. They played the worst SEC team in the nation. Arkansas.
They played two.
Yeah, they got beat by the other one.
Listen, I'm not disagreeing with anything that you're saying.
I'd rather see Vandy in there.
I don't disagree with you at all. I think Vandy should be in over both of them.
At least Vandy nutted up and played a schedule.
Let me see their strength of schedule, actually, because I don't disagree with you at all. Here's what people have. Vanderbilt's ranks 45th strength of schedule. Wow. Interesting. $10 says Connor Griffiths, Cody, we need a birthday truffle shuffle for Shelton. I think he's truffle shuffled out. I think what fixes is clear out cut guidelines from the committee. We don't know what they're looking for. Remove bias ADs and give it to turnkey. 100% Gator Gang. Give it to me and Cody. Imagine me and Cody on ESPN right now trying to figure out who should be in. What's up, your boy Ski? The playoff runs through the Big Ten. Go Bucks. It runs through Indiana, if that's what you mean. They're cooked. Ryan Day took over play calling, and they showed their hand yesterday. On my tongue.
Yep.
I hate Airhead. Here we go.
Why do we do this? To drag it out for 3 hours?
What? Oh. Indiana!
I use legit. Right there, right 30 minutes away in Bloomington.
How about Indiana, huh? No, they'll rip through this thing. They rip through it in about 30 minutes, and then we'll get to yell at each other even more. So Indiana is confirmed to be number 1. Let's see who number 2 is going to be. I think it should be Georgia.
Gonna be interesting if all these. Number 2, Ohio State.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wow.
They're ripping through this thing. It's gonna be interesting to see if we get a turnout like last year and all the bye week teams lose. That would be interesting. Then you don't want the bye week.
I can't believe Ohio State didn't drop. That's crazy to me. So you just confirmed that Bama's not going to move.
Yeah.
Just so we're clear.
Good.
Just so we're clear, Indiana can't move now. Or Obama can't move. Because Ohio State didn't drop after losing to Indiana. And I get it was a close one, but Georgia dominated.
Yeah. I think Georgia should be 2.
I agree. And I think that's important.
I think Georgia needs to be number 2.
That's important for
I mean,
seeding.
they if anybody that watched that game, it wasn't even close. It was never close.
No, they bullied them. Oh, OSU did drop 1 technically because they were ranked first, I guess.
Yeah.
But still. Georgia's number 3. And so Texas Tech is going to be 4 then still. That's right. I was right on that one.
They look so good on defense.
They are hitting a rhythm at a good time, man.
They're Ohio State of last year. They're Ohio State of last year.
They really are.
You remember?
They really are. They are
minus Jesus' the disciples coming down and playing football. Ain't nobody in the country was going to beat Ohio State last year.
Bro, that Big Ten championship game was an absolute blast last night. Indiana, man. I mean, that was a hell of a football game. Fernando Mendoza is an absolute dog, bro.
I was juiced about that SEC championship game. It was good.
I think the Big Ten, even the ACC one, the 2 night ones were the best one personally.
Texas, yeah, get the other bye week.
What, Pippin?
Texas Tech. Hey, Texas Tech looking good though too. They look sound. We'll see what happens when they get out of that Big 12. But I'm excited for Texas Tech. I hope they go on a little bit of a run and kind of shake things up a little bit. Boys, there's 900 people in here. Smash the like button. Let's see if we can get over 1,000 people in here.
God dang, they got all that money on players. They need some internet up in that place.
Oh, okay. I thought it was my thing. Hey, I just want to say I called Texas Tech at the beginning of the year. This was my team that I felt was going to do a lot of good things if they get it figured out on defense. And
they got figured out.
Texas Tech could be kind of that new powerhouse team that we see for quite some time, given their strength of schedule, their investment. They signed Joey McGuire to 7 years. I feel like they've done a great job recruiting. They've got a hell of a class coming in for next year in 2027. Just watch out, brother. They're not afraid to move.
I think they're the Texas of the Big 12 now. I think the Big 12 runs through Lubbock.
I like that. I think
Derek's going to be juiced. That's a good matchup. That's a great matchup. Oregon? Yeah, that's going to be high flying. They got speed all over the field.
Who's match up with who?
Oregon. If they win their first team, they get to play Texas
going
Tech.
to Texas Tech. Yeah, that's a favorable matchup for Oregon. Much better than last year. What's crazy to think is that Texas Tech has to play more than likely Oregon after this. That doesn't make, because watch what happens here, okay?
I do like this graphic. This graphic's clean.
Which one?
This college football playoff graphic. It's pretty simple, but it's clean.
Here's what's going to happen in Indiana.
They're going to get hosed again, like Oregon.
Yeah, dude. What is it going to? It's going to be. No, they'll probably get Ole Miss.
It's going to be 2 SEC teams. It's Ole Miss. Oh no. Oh, I don't love that.
A&M.
Ole Miss has the Georgia bracket. I don't like that. I think they should.
Why?
Why don't we get some Big Ten matchups?
So far, I'm pretty spot on outside the Ohio State Georgia debacle.
Where'd you have Ole Miss?
I had A&M at 5. I got to change some things up. How did A&M drop so far?
That loss wasn't good, dude. 4 INTs, 3 INTs. They're seeing what we saw.
The liability.
Yeah.
Been saying it all year.
Hey, 1,000 people hanging out with us for college football playoff Saturday.
There we go.
Can we get some likes in here? Quit being doorknobs. No energy in the chat, dog. No energy. I'm laying it all out on the line for you guys. Laying it all out on the line. I ain't got no energy.
This thing's going to hit the light. There's going to be zero anticlimactic. It's going to go exactly what I said outside those couple debacles there. A&M dropping is kind of crazy.
Well, you got liability at quarterback.
Why did Tulane make the playoffs?
No way the college football committee has this much passion. UF coach headed to the playoffs. Gators 1-0. I love it. Big Ten greater than the SEC. We'll see. We'll see. I think if y'all win this year, I'm okay with passing the crown. But right now, it's too early to tell. There we go. Little A&M Ohio State matchup, possibly. I love that.
I like that
Spit
too.
on me.
That Indiana Oklahoma game if they make it through.
Come on,
Oh
baby.
my goodness!
Come on, baby. Here comes the SEC choo-choo train, baby.
That's going to be a defensive nightmare. That's going to be a hey, take the under, whatever it is. If it's 3 points, take the under.
Which game?
If Oklahoma makes it to IU.
Oh, that's gonna be like a Iowa versus Iowa State kind of game, right? Like Minnesota versus Iowa type shit.
Yeah, no scoring.
I feel like Ole Miss should play. Ole Miss is already right there.
So number 9, this is where things get dicey. Does Notre Dame jump here, or is it gonna be Alabama? If it's Alabama, everything you need to know is done. If it's Notre Dame, is it gonna be that? Here we go. Here we go. They know what they're doing. I'm juiced up. I'm juiced up. Number 9. I picked. Who did I put? I put Notre Dame at number 9. They dropped Ohio State a spot. Do they drop Alabama? I think we see the Fighting Irish or Miami. If Miami comes in right here, this is where Cody's going to flex this nut. Here we go.
Alabama.
You're ahead of me. Damn it, you're ahead of me. Is it?
That's a great matchup too. I wish we get them against Oregon though.
I told you Bama wasn't getting out of there.
Alabama lost that game.
Bama at number 9.
Oklahoma already beat them once. See, that's why I want a little mix. Like play Alabama, Oregon against each other. We've already seen this game.
Oh, Alabama, Oklahoma. Yeah, that does suck.
Is that the first game?
I mean, if you're gonna manipulate the rankings a little bit for viewership, at least do that. We've already seen this game before. True.
Alabama, bro, they didn't even move them. I told you they weren't going to move them. Now here's the debacle. Number 10, it's going to come down to this, and then we'll see what happens if Duke was able to squeeze in over JMU. Those are the only 2 things. Here we go. You're ahead of me. Don't say anything. Don't say anything.
Is Vandy going to be in the playoffs? Please. Come on.
Yeah, I told y'all Bama wasn't going to get left out. Like, there's just no way.
Yeah.
They have to have some type of grounding. I don't think Notre Dame gets booted here. Miami's going to be the first team out. I'm telling you right now, they're going to be out. Oh!
Oh, shit! There's some steak on it!
Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, Miami fans are just going absolutely nuts.
Oh, they're going absolutely
They ain't gonna put 2 G5s in there. I told you they ain't gonna put 2 G5s in there. Good.
You think Notre Dame's not gonna be in it? They're gonna still put 2 G5s.
Ain't no way.
They have to.
They ain't gotta do nothing now. They done shook it up. They put a Mentos in the Coke bottle and shook it up.
That is unbelievable.
Hey, join a conference.
Oh, my goodness.
Join a conference, Notre Dame.
I love it. I love it. Oh, man, I was wrong on that one. I'm in awe.
Crazy.
Notre Dame's going to throw a nutsack. I'm texting my Notre Dame buddy right now. I'm going to ask him what time they play this week.
If they would pick Texas or Vandy, that'd be crazy. That kid's good, Tony.
Oh, they're yelling at each other too.
Why didn't they show us the Miami place?
I told you Miami was making it in.
Notre Dame's at 11? There's no way you put Notre Dame at 11. You're
Yes,
guaranteed.
you ain't putting 2 G5s and nobody's watching it.
Cody, but you have rules that they've already established.
There ain't no rules. We done seen there's no rules.
All
They're
right.
just shaking it up and spinning it.
What G5 team would go? Duke?
I don't agree with it.
I love
Yeah,
it.
you have to put the G5 teams in. I don't agree. My thing is, the reason I don't agree with it is because all season long you have put Notre Dame in front of Miami. But with this debacle here, maybe there are no rules. I don't see how you don't put JMU in. They would have to.
Ain't nobody watching that shit. It's viewership, dog. It's about the money.
Okay. If that is true, then they have completely torpedoed.
Nobody want to watch JMU? Shit, nobody even knows where it is.
There's my Tulane.
Is James and you in Virginia?
Where's Notre Dame at, Cody?
Tulane.
12.
Okay.
Who's gonna be the 12 team?
Oregon gets a tough draw. Again. At least they got Wi-Fi. Unlike Texas Tech.
So you're telling me right now that Notre Dame is going to be in this,
Maybe.
but not Duke.
Maybe Duke slides in. You ain't gonna put 2 G5 teams in. Nobody watches that shit.
I said Duke.
Nobody even knows where James Madison is. Somewhere
It's
in
either going to
Virginia.
be Duke or JMU. It's not going to be Notre Dame.
Oh, if they get left out because they were in a conference, that's awesome. See, another
it,
game
Cody.
that we already seen.
Suck it, Cody.
Oh, that's terrible.
I told you, bro.
That's terrible, bro.
Bro, you have rules.
Playoffs.
I don't agree with it, but you have rules. Notre Dame getting throttled.
Who they get? Who they draw? Oregon?
JMU, Oregon.
Oh yeah, they're gonna get throttled. Rules are back. Yeah, rules are back only when they want them to be back.
Yeah, for real. I don't listen.
So
I don't agree with the Notre Dame Miami thing. I really don't.
I don't agree. James Madison getting in. You got your G5 guy.
I
Tulane.
understand you, brother. Wow.
It ain't gonna matter.
Notre Dame doesn't make.
Hey, join a conference, dome heads. You dummies. You did to yourself. Good. Second team out was BYU. Vandy didn't make it. Second team out.
That's crazy. I can't believe that. I don't think Jamie should.
That Texas A&M Miami game is gonna be a good one.
And the
So there it is. There is your college football playoffs. Wow. The Miami Notre Dame thing.
Go.
I mean, I can't wait to see what happens with what Marcus Freeman says.
Who cares? You don't have a conference.
I really think what ruined it for Notre Dame was they couldn't leave an ACC team out of it. I think that's what happened.
Watch 2 G5 teams.
I really think that's what caused the issue there.
So
See,
saying
Kirk's trying to say they don't have all the data in until the season's finally over, but I don't understand the concept of you because you had Notre Dame at 10, BYU at 11, then Miami at 12. And so because BYU loses, you move them down and you put Miami next to Notre Dame. And now because you can see them eye to eye, you're like, yeah, never mind. They get the edge. I don't see it.
Vandy wasn't even close. They weren't even the top 2 closest to get in.
No, Vandy was never in it. The whole Vandy thing, they were out a long time ago. Like, guys,
Yeah.
they're not going to go in and make some crazy ass changes. The only thing that was up for grabs was this Miami Notre Dame game. That was the only thing that was going to be up for debate. And I'm shocked. I'm shocked. I'm genuinely shocked.
Well,
Do you want to try to predict the playoffs here? You want to have a little fun with this little bracket while we're here?
join a conference. You won't get left out.
You know, you really wonder. I mean, look, I 100% because if they're in a playoff or if they're in a conference champion. But here's where I disagree with you, Cody. Because
Jamie didn't play a single ranked team. Yeah, they just get it because we feel bad.
Look, I don't agree
This
with that
you
either.
know what? This is a problem. This is a participation award. That's what this is for JMU. It's participation award. Oh, you finished your season. Oh, good job.
Yeah, I don't agree with the JMU thing. You're getting. I mean, look. Tulane is going to be exciting. JMU is going to get absolutely just throttled by Oregon. So look, we're gonna. I mean, A&M Miami a rematch? No, they didn't play each other, did they? No. That's going to be a great matchup.
Alabama, Oklahoma, and Tulane, Ole Miss are the rematches, I think.
It looks like we're probably going to be guaranteed an SEC team into the Final Four, though. Because I'm more likely Ole Miss and Georgia will play, and so then there's your guaranteed team. I'm excited. Look, I mean, Ohio State drew an absolute atrocious bid, bro. And so did Indiana. I mean, my goodness. Georgia, in my opinion, got the easiest bid. Wild.
Georgia, did you think?
Yeah. I think Georgia's is the easiest, yeah.
Probably. Yeah.
I think out of all those teams out there, given the circumstances at Ole Miss, they're the easiest team to play. Like, I'd rather play Ole Miss over Oregon, Bama, Oklahoma, Miami, and A&M right now. Hell yeah, I would.
This is the only frustrating thing, though, about this is we've seen Miami, Texas A&M play already. We've seen Bama, Oklahoma play already. Like, they could have mixed this thing up a little bit better. I wanted to see Texas A&M, Oregon. You know, Bama could play Tulane. Miami could have played Ole Miss. Like, you could have mixed it up a little bit better. So you're not getting repeat games.
Yeah, I think Nick's saying that the one team got left out. And honestly, and last year, what did we learn last year with the playoffs? That you can't guarantee an automatic bye to your champions, right? That caused for horrible second round games. That was the issue there. So they got rid of that. The issue now is you're guaranteeing teams based on that rule of the conference championship to get in. I think that you allow for one of the group of 5 teams to get in the highest rated group of 5. You'll give one of those guys a spot. And then at that point, you just go to.
I mean, they could have made it dice. They could fix it. If you're so inherent on getting the group of 5 in there, you could have made them play who was the first out, Notre Dame, for a play-in game. This is taking James Madison off the board too. We're not allowing them in because you can't have 2 group of 5s. That should be a rule. Nowhere and any way should you have 2 group of 5 teams playing in the playoff.
Yeah, you 100% should have had that like a caveat in there. Let's
because they don't play nobody.
Let's do this. Let's do the first game, James Madison versus Oregon. I mean, I think this is a pretty no-brainer. We're taking Oregon here, right? I mean, that's a no-brainer. Yeah. Alabama, Oklahoma. I kind of like Oklahoma right now, brother.
Yeah, give me Oklahoma.
I think Alabama got exposed last night. I think DeBoer is on the ropes. This was a close game last time they played, but Oklahoma was still Mateer was not healthy. This game is in 2 weeks. So Mateer is going to get basically a full month off before he plays again, a full month to prepare for Alabama. I don't know if Jim Miller will be back. They haven't been able to run the ball all year. Neither team can run the ball effectively, right?
No.
But I think Oklahoma's got the edge here, takes it away. As much as I would love for a Tulane upset, right? I think we got to go with obviously Ole Miss. And then A&M, so here's what's fun. Can we rewind it for just a quick second here, guys, and kind of keep in mind what's important about this first round? James Madison's playing at Oregon. Alabama's playing at Oklahoma. At Boomer Sooner boys. In Norman. Jason better be there or he's going to be a square. Tulane has to travel all the way to the 30,000 plus stadium in Ole Miss. Okay, Oxford. Not too far from, but they got to travel. Then you've got Miami, who is atrocious on the road. They're 0-2 on the road this season. Only 2 losses are on the road. They have to go to 115,000 plus. Texas A&M, arguably the top 5 defense in the country. Okay? That's what they've struggled with. The last time Miami traveled to Texas, SMU thumped. A&M rolls them. A&M is going to put Carson Beck into an absolute blender. Absolute blender. And then, in my opinion, this is where the college football playoffs was ass last year. This round the quarterfinals were trash. The quarterfinals, cinema. Absolute cinema. This, to me, right here, is what everyone's like, this playoff's trash. I promise you, boys, the first round, Tulane could possibly cause some excitement with Ole Miss. The Oregon JMU game, whatever. We were going to have one of them, okay? But then we get into the quarterfinals, and you better hang on to your nuts, boys, because it's going to be a bumpy one. You feel me? It's going to be a bumpy one. Let's get after it.
Not a single team. Remember, not a single team won that had to have the month off. It was like too long.
Yeah, Texas Tech, Indiana, Georgia. This game is happening, I think, in New Year's Day.
Yeah.
So think about that. How long? They have 3.5 weeks off.
Yeah.
We got a super chat here. $10. Eric, the 5 highest rated conference champions and the next 7 highest rated teams will be in the playoff. JMU, Tulane are automatic as ranked conference champions. It's the rules. Why are y'all surprised? I'm not surprised. That's why Cody was. He thought the rules were going to change.
I think it's absolutely egregious.
But here's the thing.
Why do we even play the games if we have 2 G5 schools, they're going to get waxed?
Look, these rules, and I understand why they did it. I don't think they ever anticipated the ACC to be as bad as it was. So they were intending 4 of your Power 4s always being in, and then giving the 1 spot to a G5. We had some caveats here, and I think that the rules will change based on this, but you can't, just because you feel a certain way, change the rules.
It should be
because then you lose all integrity of the game, and you can argue with whatever you want, but if you put something in place, we knew that yesterday. Like when JMU won, they knew they were in. That's just a matter of a fact. Like, you can't take it away because you feel like they shouldn't be in. The rules are the rules. I agree with it 110%. 110%. Miami is just an ACC consolation prize. Can't leave them out after rewriting the rules in 23 to keep an ACC, and an 8-5 Duke can't be in it. Yeah, I really think that if Virginia would have won.
Scott, I was right. I told you Notre Dame wasn't making it. So I wasn't wrong. I just didn't think they were actually going to go through with 2 G5 teams because the viewership will suck.
But it's not going through. It's the rules. The Notre Dame, Miami, there were no rules there implying that either team should get in. I know. That was the only game.
That's why Notre Dame needs to join a conference.
The conference has nothing to do with it.
They would have won the conference probably. If they were in the ACC, they would have won the conference. Handedly. They would have already been in. Miami wouldn't have made it.
That part might be true. All right, let's go to the next round here. We got Oregon. Yeah, the rules made me know that JMU is going to be there. 11 and 12 were decided. All it was not Alabama, Miami, and Notre Dame. Allie. All right. Oregon, Texas Tech. This is not going to be on the road. This will be in a neutral site. This will be one of the bowl games they have. I like Texas Tech here, Cody.
I
think Texas Tech throttles them. I just don't think Oregon has what it takes to get it done. I don't know. I think Texas Tech is extremely talented. I think that defense is going to be one of the hardest defense Oregon has to play. I think Texas Tech and Indiana are very similar in the sense that they are very good on defense and have the ability to pop off offensively when need be too. Go watch that game against BYU, man. BYU kind of gave them a little bit of fits there, but they adjusted very well. Texas Tech is a well-ran, well-coached football team. Oregon is just, I just don't think it's got it. I really don't. I'm taking the Techs, taking the Raiders here. Then you got Oklahoma, Indiana. This could be a good one.
I'm taking Oklahoma.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. And we're in the Big Ten champ.
I don't like the how much time is off.
Oh, is that what you're thinking?
Oklahoma's going to be coming in there humming on a big Alabama win. I just don't. I don't see it. I don't see it for Indiana.
I think Indiana throttles them. I mean, Indiana can run the ball better than anybody, and I think that Ohio State can.
That's true. That is true. I just off of
They're just
the data that we have last year.
It was different though. You got to throw that out the window because the problem with last year.
Off.
The problem with last year though was the teams that had a bye were Boise State, right? So like it really didn't fall into that same category. It's much different.
That was only one team.
Which two teams? Which two teams lost?
Every single team lost that had a bye. Oregon
lost. Who played the national champion, which again was the hottest team coming into it, which we all agreed on. I don't believe Oklahoma is the hottest team in college football right now. I believe it is Indiana. So okay, so that was the first one. Then Notre Dame beat Boise in this round.
Yep.
Right? Yeah, there is not enough data. Agree. Long term, it was 1 year. That year was a bit of a debacle. Part of it too is these seedings are so close, man. It's not as cut and dry as much. I don't think it's going to throw them off as much as you think because it's only going to be one extra week that they play Oklahoma because Oklahoma's been off. Again, Oklahoma has been off longer than Alabama.
Well, and truthfully, you get that's what I'm saying. You get a jump start game to get it back going against Alabama, and then you roll the right next week into.
I think Indiana just played one of the best running teams in the nation. I think they played a better defensive line than Oklahoma provides.
Put Indiana. It's a toss-up game. I wouldn't gamble on it.
We'll see what the spread is. It'll be interesting to see what the spread will be.
Yeah.
Georgia Ole Miss seems like it's probably the only game that feels like it's not even going to be close.
Georgia's going to throttle them.
Yeah, it's not even going to be a discussion. And this one here,
I got to take Texas A&M.
I don't hate it. I think Ohio State is a really good football team, man. I was watching them last night and I go, golly, man, they can just continue. Like, I will never once, I don't know what, they've got something figured out. And it's not Ryan Day. And I understand they're able to just pluck talent, but how the hell they continue to just have NFL talent all over the football field? I know they spend money, but I want to know strength and conditioning. There is just something deeply rooted in there. But I think Ryan Day loses his game for him. What happened with Julian Sand last night, who I think is a very good quarterback, in a blender with what Indiana's defense was thrown at him, and I think A&M will throw even more at him. And what Marcel Reed will bring to the table that Indiana didn't really do is Marcel's ability to run. Now, I do think that Fernando is a much better quarterback, their Heisman-winning quarterback, and was able to slice and dice Ohio State in the air. But I think they'll run the ball a little bit more effectively than Indiana was. And I think Julian Sane is going to find himself in a blender. And I like A&M a lot here too. So there's two SECs, a Big 12, and the Big 10. One Big 10 team left here if that's how it all shakes up. Juicy. All right, Texas Tech, Indiana.
Texas Tech.
I see. Here's the thing, man. Why are we going to take Tech? You got to give me a reason why. What gives you like?
I think
if Indiana
I know. I think they're more explosive on offense. I think all it takes is one missed tackle and one of those wide receivers are going to the house.
Yeah, but I think Ohio State has that and showed the ability to be explosive more than anybody offensively with that wide receiver talent last night with Tate Ennis and Jeremiah Smith and Bo Jackson in the backfield, and they maintained those guys to 10 points. I don't know, man. Dude, Indiana has not looked, they've looked like the best team in the country all year long. And Texas Tech looks really good. Well, I love Texas Tech. Don't get it twisted.
They played some sus opponents over there.
Who?
Like, this is another frustrating. Indiana.
So is Texas Tech. Texas Tech lost to Arizona State.
This is the thing too. Is like, it's hard to grade these teams because they haven't played a gauntlet. Like the Big Ten does something very well, and that is save their couple high teams and not make them play anybody.
We've got 1,500 people in here, boys and girls. Be sure to smash the like button, subscribe. Good to see you here. I think we're on Twitter and YouTube. You guys are watching all over the place. I appreciate y'all hanging out with us here.
You're taking IU?
I think it's Indiana, man. And I think it just comes down to, again, the way that Texas Tech runs is very similar to what Oklahoma and Ohio State bring. It's about matchups. And I think that they just
I don't hate Indiana. I freaking live here. I'm 30 minutes from
He
IU.
loves Sig.
I just don't think it's I'm worried about that matchup.
They don't like Texas Tech to get past Oregon. I think Indiana wins. I don't see it. Yeah, they've blown everybody they played out, and they manhandled Ohio State.
I would hope so. You're playing the school of the blind every week.
You could argue the same thing for Texas, though. Let's go back to our chart here of strength of schedule. Let's do that. You want to do that?
Sure. Let's do that.
Let's see that. Texas Tech was ranked 64th.
I want to see their schedule, not their standings.
No, I'm giving you strength of schedule. Indiana was 60th. So, right there. Right there. And they didn't lose a game. Again, I think that it's very similar. And I think that Indiana gets the edge, buddy. Indiana throttled Oregon. Texas Tech doesn't have a win like that. Indiana has more impressive wins than Texas Tech. They throttled Oregon. They had a hell of a win. Look, I'm telling you, I said it after the Penn State game. Everyone's like, they squeezed by.
They beat BYU twice. You know how hard it is to beat a team twice? A ranked team twice?
I hear you. But if it's a good matchup, it's favorable to you. That Penn State win was massive. That Penn State showed them that they could win. And that was a dangerous situation for the rest of the college football. That's what I said. Georgia A&M, again, I think it's the best team in college football right now. I think it goes with the Dogs.
Yeah.
And then at this point, I mean, you could just
Georgia.
see it again. Yeah, I think at that point, I'm okay with taking the SEC. A classic Big Ten. Let's take a look at this, though. I do want to talk about our sponsor for today's show, and we've talked about this before. Where, look, Kalshi. This show's brought to you by Kalshi. And here's what makes this interesting. Ohio State has dropped tremendously after losing. Look at this. Imagine if you bet on Indiana. We've talked about this. But even still, look at Georgia. Ohio State's odds dropped. If anybody was betting here, right, they've lost tremendously because it's like a stock market. Like I've told you, $27 million is being traded on this. It's not like your typical Vegas odds that you, the people, are driving this. Right? And all it is people putting money into Ohio State. What I've told you guys is where you could really make some cheddar here, because here comes Miami, right? They've thrown themselves into the mix. Oklahoma, you could bet on a team, Texas Tech or even Oregon, who plays round one. Those odds are going to increase once teams get eliminated. So those are something to kind of keep an eye on. And why that works is it's like a stock market. You can buy in while the price is low and pull out at any time. So because here's my thing. Let's say Ohio State loses like we think they will. It's against Texas A&M. And if you got Texas A&M down here at 6%, well, once they beat Ohio State, those odds are going to jump dramatically. Now, you don't have to necessarily ride the entire wave, but you can pull out your odds because those odds will change and you can cash out with a W. So that's what makes it very interesting. They still favored Ohio State to get it done, even after all things considered. The one difference is Ohio State. What's the last time Ohio State has won a Big Ten championship?
Not since Oregon's been there. It's 2 years.
They don't even got our boys. Well, Oregon won last year. Mm-hmm. Indiana won this year. Mm-hmm. And Michigan, I believe, won the prior 2 years.
Yep.
Been a minute since Ohio State.
I don't like Ohio State's offense has been very wishy-washy. Like it's not what it was last year when that thing was humming. I think people are forgetting that. Like this offense has not looked like Ohio State's from last year.
Well,
at all.
I mean, it's because you got old boy.
Well, you got a young quarterback. You got a young quarterback.
You got Ryan Day calling the plays, not Chip Kelly. Brian Hartline has. That's what I'm saying. Brian Hartline sealed the deal based on him off his recruiting, not by play calling. Yeah. Be very interested to see what he does at USF because Ryan Day. Again, I watched that game. I tweeted it out. Was very similar to the Tulane and North Texas game where we had one guy that was Kurtz-Getty was the head coach last night. Ryan Day was a coordinator. In my opinion, that was the difference.
Chris, no P.O. box yet. I gotta get that set up. I'll let you know.
Oh, you get your brewski in there?
Yeah.
Well, boys and girls, make sure you guys check out Kalshi.com. Use the link in the description. Use the code HIGHTOP to get $10 off your first $100 deposit at Kalshi.com. It's a great time to take advantage of it. We'll have obviously the Heisman this week, which let's see where they've got the Heisman odds. People were talking about last night being, oh, look, Fernando. See,
Yeah,
so clearly last night's game had an impact on that, which I didn't believe that it could.
Yeah, okay, but this is what people are betting though.
He did do a number on me. No question. I mean, look, I'm just noticing it more than ever now. And I mean, proof's in the pudding. I watched two coaches who took over the play calling.
Well, then I watched another coach have to take over the play calling, and it won him a game.
What? Lane?
Kiffin against Florida.
Yeah. A different situation, but I hear you.
Snowing. Yes, it is.
College football player got it right because people are mad. Yeah, look, I think they did. I think they did. Notre Dame's in shame. I texted my Notre Dame buddy. He's not happy.
I think it's not. It's not that they really got it. I mean, they did get it wrong because I want the top 12 teams, the best 12 teams. I don't give a shit what the conference is. I think it's tough. I think it's just tough that it's tough because you got some good teams that got left out, and you're having to watch two G5 schools. Let's call it spade.
I agree that
nobody wants to watch that shit.
Yeah, it's gonna make for a blunder. The only reason we're excited for Tulane is because our head coach is calling it. But if it wasn't our coach, we wouldn't even.
Yeah, but they're ranked 20th. Like they shouldn't even be there. Let's be honest.
Yeah, they're gonna have to torpedo this thing.
Yeah, this isn't working. But you know what? When it doesn't work, there's enough lashing out that they change the rules like they did last time.
Yeah, look, they changed it last year. I'm sure they'll change it again. They're gonna have to.
Yeah,
they're gonna have to.
Because it's atrocious. Because I mean, technically, it's definitely a better.
What they should have done. Well, BYU would have to play, but like you said, they should make that 11 and 12 spot a playing game this week. This weekend now. So you would have had Vandy playing those conference champ. What would actually be BYU and Notre Dame. So Vandy still wouldn't be in it, to be honest with you. You would have just had BYU and Notre Dame playing JMU and Tulane. That's what they should have done.
Let's see. You would have got BYU, Alabama, Miami, Notre Dame, Oklahoma, Texas A&M, Ole Miss, Oregon, Texas Tech, Ohio State, Georgia, Indiana. If you would have just done it with the top 12.
Yeah, again, a Cinderella moment if you don't let a G5 in. Like, you're not going to have it anyways. Like, these guys aren't even the same play. This isn't basketball.
Care.
This isn't March Madness. And again, I'm okay with letting a G5 in when they've earned it.
Uncle Luce
you can't lose two games in the G5 and get in.
Yeah.
How is the ACC champion not in? Because the Duke won and they weren't ranked. And that's what Nick Saban was complaining about is like you have an issue with your conference championships because you don't even have the best ACC team in it.
Is that because we've gotten rid of the East and the West divisions?
No, I don't think so. I think it's because of the out of conference play. Because Duke lost 2 out of conference plays, which meant absolutely nothing.
Yeah, it doesn't mean anything.
It doesn't mean anything.
So schedule whoever. It doesn't mean anything.
Well, it did hurt them because that's why they're not ranked higher, being 7 and 4.
Yeah, but if they would schedule 2 powder puffs, whoever.
Duke beating Clemson, and just going back to that game is just wild to think about because that was what got them in here, scoring 45 points or whatever it was. Yeah, I don't see how Miami deserves being over Vandy though. We're being honest. But Vandy's straight to schedule isn't ranked that high.
Why can we get this thing right, dude? Every year we're complaining about something. Like every year that's human nature. Team. I know, but every year there's a logical error that we're not getting the best football teams in. Why can't we just make it the top 12? Regardless of whatever conference.
$5 says, I don't understand why it's so hard to put the top 20 teams in and copy the FCS playoff bracket. It's money. That's the problem. It just comes down to how can they make the most money. That's it.
Why can't you just go by rankings, though? We want the top 12 teams. The best teams in the nation. 1 through 12.
64 team playoff football March Madness.
Yeah. 132 team playoff.
How many teams make it in the NFL playoffs?
Well, there's a whole. It's different because they got a whole wild card weekend that are playing games. You can't even.
Oh, it's not that hard. How many teams make the playoffs? Wild card has nothing to do with it. How many teams make the playoffs? 12. There's only 32 teams though.
Yeah, there's only 32 teams.
16.
And they all pretty much. Yeah. How many teams
14
play in NFL playoffs?
Notre
14.
Dame is going to be hot.
Good. Join a conference.
7 from each side, 14. I can't believe that. I'm shocked they're not in it. I was excited to see them play. Genuinely.
I kind of think it's funny. I'm enjoying it.
Miami's pumped though. We can't troll Miami anymore.
I think it's hilarious. Boy, not being in conference really shot yourself in the foot, didn't it? Don't
look. I think 3 out of the 4 first round games are gonna are gonna be exciting. Oklahoma, Alabama is gonna be cinema. Jamie, Oregon will be a trash stick. Tulane, Ole Miss is gonna be exciting simply because we know our coach is coaching for Florida, and because of the debacle with Ole Miss. Right? They lost Lane Kiffin, so
Miami, Texas A&M is gonna be the best game, I think.
Yeah, and the Miami Texas A&M is gonna be just beautiful, beautiful. When do we have the scheduling on this now?
Oh, we should.
All right, so
No, I don't think Napier's coaching James Madison in the playoff.
We've got December 20th at 7:30, James Madison at Oregon. And oh my God, they have Miami. This is ridiculous. What are we doing? Miami A&M at noon on December 20th. But on December 20th at 7:30, we have JMU at Oregon. What are we doing?
Time game? Well, you can't get the
prime time game. That should be the noon game, not Miami Texas A&M.
Yeah.
And then Oklahoma.
You're breaking up really bad. Are you there?
Am I? Hello? Yeah, hear me?
Yeah. Sound like you were in a blender.
What's new? I need to check my calendar here. What day are these? So Friday, Saturday. Okay. So Friday at 8, we've got Alabama at Oklahoma. And then Saturday, we have 3 games. Kicks it off with Miami, Texas A&M at noon. Then Tulane.
You're breaking up bad. Your internet's trash.
This at 3:30. Yeah, Oregon's gonna. We good?
No.
Hello?
Oh, he's stuck.
Am I good now? This internet, bro. I don't understand. I don't. Hear me?
Yeah. There's a massive delay.
Yeah, pathetic. Yeah, the internet's wobbling. The internet's wobbling. All right, well, look, great little show.
They're probably watching it, and your internet provider is Notre Dame fans, and they're pissed.
Yeah, they're
like, cut it off.
Yeah, they're thumping it. Cut it off. Yeah, my internet's trash, bro. I don't know what to tell you. All right, boys. We'll great show. We'll see you guys later tonight around 8:30-ish to talk a couple things. I think Florida made a hire we'll talk about, and then we'll get after it. Y'all be good, though.
It's Hot Top Sports where the takes don't miss. The prof with the stats, the champ with the fist. Water bringing fire, cowboy tie riding bold. Bulls calling bets, watch the stories unfold. And it's truly eyebrows running the show. It's Hot Top Sports, baby. Let's get it, let's go.